Hello and welcome to the Cosmic Energy Astrological forecast for the week of May 11th through May 16th, 2020. I am Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast Stack. And I like to bring you the energy for the week of May 11th through May 17th, 2020. May 16th, 2020. So we have an amazing energy for this week as we have 4 planets currently in retrograde. And that is enhancing this energy that we do have. And I'd like to invite you to, hopefully you have had a chance to check out the navigation forecast. That one card is going to help you navigate through this forecast. And perhaps you also had a chance to check out astro.com to learn what your moon and rising sign is. As with those, that information, that will bring you 3 cards together plus the navigation card to help you navigate through this week. And do note that the navigation forecast, all 6 cards do come together to tell you a story. So again, powerful energy. And I'd like to start off with the Aries energy. Aries, what you need to hear this week is all about listening and being truthful, listening and finding the truth, listening and speaking the truth. And when I use the word listening, it's really about being able to sit quietly and connect with your spirit guides for guidance, as they will provide you with truth to whatever it is you are seeking guidance on. Your solar plex is your main attraction for this week, really allowing yourself to step into your gut intuition and stepping into faith and knowing that you're exactly where you need to be this week. Your number is 3. This is your week to, as you do trust your intuition, that you will be in a bigger space of creating something fabulous and being able to communicate about what it is you are creating. But very important for you to listen to what your spirit guides have to offer, and know it's an important week for you to speak your truth. So no illusions this week, and no telling yourself stories. So trust your intuition and know that you're exactly where you need to be. And Taurus, what does Taurus need for this week? Taurus, your energy, interesting enough, is in reverse. So there's a little bit of resistance where perhaps you might be questioning that there is energy on the other side, and that you have a connection with old souls, people who have crossed over, who are there to guide and support you. Plus also, because this is in reverse, you're also questioning your ability of connecting with old souls as well. Just as Aries, it's important for you to step into your solar plex and trust that you're exactly where you need to be, and trust that yes, you do have the ability to connect with your spirit guides and loved ones for insight. Your number is 2 and 8. The 2 is the partnership that you do have with your old souls, recognizing that spirit guides are around you and your loved ones are too, specifically this week. With the insight that you do receive from them, you're going to be able to heal a lot easily this week. So that 2 and 6 brings you abundance. So with the healing you're undergoing this week, it brings abundance into your life. But it's very important for you to trust your intuition. Stay in that space of faith and know that you are definitely being protected with your higher self and also your spirit guides. But no, it's in reverse, so there is a little bit of question. You're questioning your ability to connect on a higher level with spirit guides, but you do have that ability. Gemini, what does Gemini need this week? Gemini, your card is also in reverse, and it's really interesting because Gemini, this is all about communication this week. This is about wanting to communicate, but perhaps you're not having the opportunity, or you're choosing to stay quiet because your card's in reverse. So when we think about our planets, for example, Mercury retrograde, Mercury is one of the planet of communication, and is Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So that's interesting. On this card is all about communication, and it's all about the heart center. But learning how to communicate in a much softer approach, in a more kindness, compassion approach, is probably why it's in reverse, because it's basically your lesson this week is to really learn to communicate on a much kinder note, more compassion that comes from self. Your number is 1 and 2. So the 1 is there's a new way of communicating. 2 is the communication you're going to be having with others. So looking at creating a new way, which is that 3 energy, creating a new way of communicating with yourself and also with others. And that will bring much more kindness and compassion into your conversations. But do know your card's in reverse, so you're resisting it. Let go of the resistance and allow yourself to open up communication and learn a new way of communicating. And that new way may very well show up as kindness and compassion in your conversation, and also tone for that matter. Tone. And that's Gemini. Cancer. We love the Cancers, my rising sign. So Cancer, this week, your card's also in reverse, and it is all about the higher self. So it's really interesting on how so far we've had old soul and higher self. So the higher self for the Cancers is really allowing yourself to connect, open the portal. Your card's in reverse, so what I'm hearing here is perhaps it's the time to meditate more, be more connected with yourself on a higher level, and allowing yourself to be still, which is the crown chakra, allowing the portal to open, allowing that connection to open up. It's almost like the gateways are opening. And that's exactly what the number 11 is. So when you see the number 11, whether you see it on the clock or you see it on a license plate, or even, let's say, it could be a price that you're purchasing for something, that is your spirits letting you know the gateways are open. So connect on a higher level so you can communicate and really become more in tune to what you need to hear. So this is for Cancer. Your card is in reverse. So it's really important to take the time out this week to connect quietly with your higher self and to have that relationship with your higher self, because the gateways are open this week for you, especially with all the planets that are retrograde right now. And there's 4 of them in retrograde. So that was Cancer energy. And just to remind you guys that, again, you would be bringing your sun, moon, and rising sign into the story so you can have a much bigger story. But if you do not know what your moon and rising sign is, you can go right over to astro.com, put in your information, and you can learn what that is, and you'll have a beautiful forecast for this week. And so far, just on an individual note, for each sign, it's amazing so far. And using that one navigation card to help you navigate. All right, Leos. Leos, what do you need to hear this week? Interesting, your card is upright. So Leo, it is all about the self-love. Self-love. Now, Cancer had higher self. Leos have self-love. So this is your week to really get grounded, which is the root chakra, and find a way to truly love yourself differently. Maybe this is a week for you to dive into a bubble bath, maybe taking a nature walk, maybe grooming your own nails for that matter, but something that's going to bring more self-love into your practice this week. Your numbers are 7 and 3. 7 is about sitting quietly and reflecting on how you can love yourself more. That 3 is what it is you are saying to yourself. After all of us, not just Leos, spend the entire day in conversations with ourselves. So what are you actually saying to yourself? Now this is for Leos. What kind of conversations do you have with yourself? Are they uplifting and loving? The 7 and 3 brings you into a 10 energy. That 10 is all about a new way of bringing more self-love into your life. A new way, and there's much potential and choices that you do have. It's time for you to sit quietly and figure out what ways you can bring more self-love into your day. And it's upright. So that's for Leos. Our Virgos. What do Virgos need to hear this week? My opposition sign. Virgos. What do you guys need to hear? Virgos. Virgo energy. Virgo. This is your week for a new relationship. To develop a new relationship with yourself and also to develop a new relationship with somebody else. Taking the relationship on another level perhaps, and seeing how you can change the relationship so it is different, bringing more spark and fun and excitement into the relationship. It could definitely be with the same person, but there's something new coming into that relationship. And that's what I'm hearing, something new. Very important to get grounded, very similar to the Leo energy. It's very important to get grounded during this newness. Anytime we move into something new, Grounding is extremely important. Grounding is important regardless if it's new or old, but really important when you step into new things. Your number is 2 and 8. So yes, it's about a partnership. Something new is occurring in the partnership area. And the 8 energy is all about the abundance that you are going to undergo during this process of a new relationship. The relationship is taking on a new cycle. Something new is coming into the relationship, whatever it may be. If you are single, Virgo, then this might be your week to go into a new relationship, meeting somebody new. And you might be saying to yourself, how is that even possible in the energies that we are in? It's always possible. When the universe wants something to happen, it happens. So know that. So if you are someone who's single and a Virgo, know that this is your week to meet somebody brand new. And if you are currently in a relationship, know that there's something new coming into the relationship, a new perspective, a new outlook, a new something coming into that relationship. So a lot of opportunities. And of course, the 2 and 8 is about one. It's a whole new opportunity coming in, and there's no resistance to it. Okay. Moving into our Libra energy, what do our Libras need to hear for this week? Libra, this is your week to be fearless. This is your week to allow the planets that are in retrograde, which are Pluto, Saturn, Venus, and Jupiter, allow that energy to help you be fearless. Allow that energy to help you recognize that you're exactly where you need to be. Stepping into your sacral energy, where this is your week for a rebirth. And it's interesting because of the planets that are in retrograde, that a rebirth is definitely possible during this week. Your numbers are 7 and 8. The 7 is reflecting on the things that you might have been afraid of before, and seeing how you've changed and shifted from that energy. And that 8 energy is abundance. And it seems to be a lot of 8 energy in this reading this week, which is powerful. So the 8 is the abundance and harmony that's going to come in, being fearless. And know that you're working into a 6 energy here. So there's a lot of healing going on for the Libras this week, because you are stepping into your fearless energy, and you are experiencing rebirth this week. So Libra, that's powerful for you guys. Very powerful. All right. Let's look into our Scorpio energy. Scorpios. I always want to skip over Scorpios. I love the Scorpios though. Scorpios, what do you need to hear this week? Scorpio, your energy is in reverse. This is all about the Queen and King, but you're resisting. There's some sort of resistance occurring in your life right now regarding if you are a Scorpio in a partnership already, you're resisting it. There's some resistance in reference to the rebirth that's taking place in the relationship. Now, if you are single, perhaps you're resisting your rebirth of asking, as we said before to the Virgos, about how is a relationship going to take place here? How am I going to meet my Queen or King? And as I said to the Virgos as well, when the universe wants something to happen, it's going to happen. It's totally out of your control, which is actually a good thing. Because with the sacral energy, you are in a space where there is time to step into your confidence and time to step into your power. And confidence always looks so much better on us than any other emotion that's a low frequency energy. So step into that confidence and know that you are definitely moving into a partnership. And obviously, if you're in a partnership already, know that your partnership is undertaking a rebirth. There's a transformation going on between you and your partner. Whether you're in a marriage or you're just in a long-term relationship with the person. But there is definitely a rebirth going on. That's that sacral energy. So that's interesting energy for Scorpio, but know it's in reverse. So you're resisting. You're sort of worrying about how is this rebirth taking place, or how am I going to meet my Queen or King? As I said before, when the universe wants something to happen, it happens. No resistance behind it. Just let it be. Alrighty. Our Sagittarius. Sag energy. What does the Sag need to hear today? Sagittarius. Sag, your energy is also in reverse. So this is your week for karmic completion, but you are resisting. And it's so funny because one of the planets is associated with this. and that is Saturn. Saturn has just gone retrograde on May 11th, and it's all about the karmic energy. It's all about evaluating your boundaries, your limitations, and perhaps even looking at something you might feel guilty about. But that's also part of the karmic completion. But it is in reverse. But knowing that even though Saturn is in retrograde, it gives you an opportunity to really reflect on it, and you have a 4-month period to really working on it, and know that when Saturn goes direct again, that completion is going to occur. So stay grounded, which is what the root chakra is all about. Stay grounded during this period, especially this week, because Saturn just went retrograde. So you may be feeling this energy a lot more intensely during this time, but stay grounded and know that you are on the right path. There is a new beginning coming. You are definitely developing some leadership and independence during this process. So recognize that. And that's for Sagittarius energy. But it's reversed, so just ground yourself. That is the key word for this week for you guys, is to ground yourself. Sagittarius energy. Ground yourself during this week of your karmic completion, because something amazing is going to come out of it. All right. Capricorns. We love the Capricorns, and a lot of the energy right now happens to be in Capricorn energy. So let's see what we got going on for Capricorn. Capricorn, you too, your energy is also in reverse. And I love the fact that this card's showing up as well. And why it's in reverse? Well, the card says transformation. Now, the very first planet to go retrograde in this cycle was Pluto. And Pluto has been retrograde since April 25th. And Pluto is the planet of debts, things dying off, and also major transformation. And this is your card, Capricorn. So this is exactly where you are right now. This is your week of really peeling things off that doesn't work anymore. A lot of endings coming into play so you can transform. Your solar plex is really important this week as well, because it's important to trust that you're exactly where you need to be. You do have resistance though. You are questioning it. You are doubtful. And your higher self is suggesting that you do just trust this process, step into your faith, feel more secure about this process of your transformation, and know that you are exactly where you need to be. Your 1 and 8 is your energy. So the 1 is about new things are coming in as you transform. The 8 energy is about the harmony that's going to be coming into this process with your transformation, leading you into a 9. The 9 is about the things that you are letting go of, the things that are being peeled away for you, things that you are decluttering from. So really powerful week for Capricorns, really powerful. I love it. And the fact that the transformation is very much a part of this retrograde. So is, as we spoke on, in regards to the Sagittarius energy of the karmic completion. Both very in alignment to the retrogrades. All right, so we have Aquarius. We are in the age of the Aquarius now. All right, Aquarius, what do you need to hear? And Aquarius is also one of my favorite signs, as it is my moon sign. So, and we are very logical people. We are constantly in our head thinking, trying to find some logic. All right, Aquarius, this is your week to step into and recognizing how powerful you really are. How powerful you really are. But being that you're recognizing how powerful you really are, it's really important to tap into your solar plexus and recognize that powerfulness really comes from your intuition. Your intuition is guiding you, recognizing how intuitive you are, and allow yourself to come more into the left side of the brain of the intuition, and not necessarily move completely out of the right side of the brain, but utilize the left side a little bit. Even though, yes, as Aquarius, you are logical folks. But with this space and the solar plexuses, we all have the ability to be intuitive, and so do you. So allow that power, that powerfulness is really coming from your intuition. Your numbers here is 4 and 4. So 4 is all about how you work really hard, and also that you're building yourself up a new foundation surrounding harmony and balance and stability, which brings you right into that 8 energy of abundance. So as long as you're trusting this, you'll be right on the money this week. of abundance, building a new foundation, finding the harmony and balance and stability in your energy, and knowing you're very powerful this week. This is your week used to utilize that power and trusting your intuition. Powerful. All right. Pisces, one of my favorite signs. It's my sun sign. And talking about intuition, Pisces are intuitive, psychic folks. We are always most of us are very much in our left side of the brain a lot of the time. So, all right. So Pisces, your card's actually in reverse. And interesting enough, Pisces, it's clarity. It's your week for clarity, but you're in resistance. You're resisting hearing clarity. What is it you're resisting? What is it that you're looking for clarity on, but you're resisting it? But know that whatever it is, it's really powerful and you need to hear it. You need to hear some sort of clarity. In fact, what I'm hearing for you is perhaps you're going to be receiving a lot of clarity this week in regards to certain work that you're doing, confirming you're exactly where you need to be and you're right on the right path of helping others to do what they need to do. That may be your clarity for this week, but you sometimes doubt yourself. You doubt the work that you do, and that's why you're going to receive clarity. So be open to hearing and receiving those messages. They can come from anywhere. Your heart chakra is what you're focusing in on. It's about really allowing yourself to step into the high heart and be more of compassionate and kind to yourself, because you do beat yourself up about the work that you do, which is why gaining clarity could feel a little resistant for you, because you still sometimes second guess it. Your numbers are 2 and 9. The 2 is all about that clarity, where it's coming from. You don't need necessary confirmation from the external. You would like confirmation that comes from your higher self. So these messages that you might be receiving this week, letting you know you're exactly doing what you need to be doing, you're on your right path, will definitely be coming from messages from your higher self, loved ones, and spirit guides. Your 9 is all about the things you've let go of. You've let go of you're letting go of any self-doubt, which is all about the heart center. You're letting go of all the self-doubt, and you're letting go of all the ridicule that you feel like you've heard over the years, where people are really starting to be drawn to you because of the insight that you share. You share a very powerful insight, and your insight does come from your higher self, which brings you right into that 11 energy. This is clarity right here, that the information, the wisdom that you share really does come from your higher self. It gets downloaded as you need it, and then you share it. So that's a powerful card, very powerful, but you also are resisting it. So even though, yes, you're intuitive, you're psychic, you have many spiritual gifts, sometimes you just sort of wonder about all the gifts that you have. But it is very powerful, and use that power to your ability and in reference to serving your higher self. And that's what this card's all about. So these are some amazing cards for everybody. And remembering again, I invite you to take your sun, moon, and rising sign to bring them together so it tells you a story. And also grab that navigation forecast, that one card that you choose out of the 6, that's going to help you navigate through this forecast. So to give you an example on how this works, for example, and I can only use me for that matter, I can actually use my husband and my daughter, and we'll do that today. I'm going to use my daughter's information. She is a Virgo sun. She is a Aquarius rising sign and a Scorpio moon. So for her, as a Aquarius, Scorpio, and Virgo, just got to get my thoughts together here. For her, it's all about the Virgo energy as a new relationship for her, and she needs to be grounded, and there's lots of new opportunities coming in. And then she also is very powerful as the Aquarius energy. She needs to trust her intuition. And again, the abundance is definitely coming in, which is based on the first card as well, new beginnings, new opportunities. And then her Scorpio card, which would look like, let me see, Scorpio, let me see. You get the gifs of it, guys. You get the gifs. I'm trying to maneuver it. Let's see, we have Virgo, you get the gist of it. You get the gist. I think it's just easier for me to use mine for whatever the reasons are, which is Pisces, Cancer, and Aquarius. So using my own sign as the Pisces, gaining clarity, bringing more self-love and self-care into my experience as the Pisces energy, and knowing that the clarity does come from my higher self, and also helps me to step into my intuition, and also brings into my power, helping me to feel more powerful in my energy of being a healer, intuitive healer, and also connecting with spirit as well. So it helps me to connect into my intuition and the abundance, my foundation, what I am building in this lifetime. And then also in regards to connecting with my higher self as a Cancer. So it's really interesting for my sign, Pisces, Cancer, and Aquarius. It really is all about me connecting with my higher self so I can gain the clarity that I'm looking for, and that helps me to become more powerful. See how it comes together? See how it comes together, guys? So it's a powerful set of cards. So again, I encourage you to leave comments, ask questions. You can send both of that to healingwithin76@gmail.com. I do look forward to reading those comments and questions that you may very well have. And I will be back here next week to provide you the cosmic energy astrological forecast for next week's energy. Till then, enjoy this retrograde and know that we're in this retrograde period for 3 of the 4 planets for 4 months and 1 planet for 3.5 weeks. It will be a lot of fun. Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne coming to you from New York, Queens. Have yourself an awesome, awesome night. Bye-bye for now.